this. How has Toronto been treating you? Have you had a good time this weekend?
I just got here this morning.
Okay, see? So busy, doing other things. So hopefully you get a chance to see the city just a little bit, to enjoy it.
And I did get a part on the soap opera at that time.
That's right, my makes noise for that.
One thing kind of led to another that way.
I love it.
Just really scrappy. Basically, like, and even back to the musical thing, I would just audition for anything, even though it was like horrible. And I just like, when those people who audition for musicals, they are so talented. They teach you that choreography in 30 seconds, right. And you have to know it. And I was
5, 6, 7, 8.
I was in a farce. It was not working for me, but I tried. I was just like, I just, stupidity of being young.
No, come on. The tenacity, though, of chasing your dream. I think that is one of the most important things for anybody. It doesn't matter what you're going into. Even if you don't necessarily think that you are the most skilled person at it, you went for it. You went out there, you were seen. And no matter what, that means that those people that make decisions will know your name. And I'm sure that there's some people that you audition for, they're like, hey, I met Marisa Tomei once. She auditioned for me. We didn't take her butt. I know her. I promise.
I didn't give her that job, remember?
That's our fault. We're fools. You mentioned being on a soap opera, and that takes place, instead of being on the stage, you're on the small screen. And there's something very special about television. And you've had many different appearances on great shows. A Different World was my life. Yes. Then you had some shout out your cameo on Seinfeld. So, do you like anything in particular about being on TV versus the stage or film?
I mean, TV is kind of like film,
right?
In a way. I mean, some of those things. Different World was in front of a live audience.
Come on now.
So that was very much like the stage.
Exactly.
It was like, and it was a regular schedule, and it was like a Friday night, and the audience comes in, and you have a live audience, and they're with you through that whole run. And sometimes you just go back and kind of pick up a few things, but generally we just went right through it. And I think that's what I liked about it. I like being with everyone.
I love it. Over your distinguished career, has filming for television changed much in process? Whether the technology has changed, so cameras are different?
Well, there's no more like hardly any sitcoms, so you're not doing anything in front of a live audience, except for I got to do the All in the Family.
Yeah. Come on
now. So fun and so scary. It was just like so shocking, came out of nowhere, and I don't even, it was...
But you were brilliant.
I think it happened because I was, Jimmy Kimmel's best friend is Chris Bianco, who has an amazing pizza place. And in Phoenix, but then he opened one in LA.
Right.
And my brother is friends with that guy, because they both love to do pizza.
Of course.
So we went to that soft opening of that pizza place, of that restaurant, and Kimmel was there, and we just all said hi. And then like 2 days later, I got a phone call from Norman Lear saying, hey, do you want to be part of this All in the Family thing? But I think it's because Jimmy produced it. So I think it was because he just saw me at the pizza place.
That's wisdom right there.
I was like, you really do have to follow what you love. I was like, I really love pizza and I want to go. And something good came out of it. But it was really quite a challenge, of course. I mean, I certainly also was like, Edith, wait a second. I guess I am that age. Okay.
I mean, you wear it very well. Let's say that for sure. And that's another classic show that is super steep in astounding, smart comedy. And I think that's something that also marks your career. You have such astounding comedic timing that, when they see you, they're like, oh my God, this is a beautiful woman. And then she makes you laugh in the best way possible. It's so true. It's so true.
You are really making up for the last panel.
And to that end, like, when it comes to comedy, do you have any particular idols or icons that you looked up to as comedians or performers that just made you laugh?
Oh yeah, Lucille Ball.
Oh, come on, basically. Absolutely.
And then I'd say Barbara Stanwyck in her funnier roles. And then my mother, she's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's the other thing that is so spectacular about you is you have this wealth of culture that you dig into. Is that part of a New York upbringing? I mean, because obviously New York is a great place for culture, so many different things to see. Is that kind of where you go an eye for recognizing all the things that
on the D train?
I mean, let's go.
It's the subway. I mean, it's the subway, or it's walking around the neighborhood.
Right.
But I really do think it's a lot about the subway because it's so diverse, and you're
Yes.
seeing so many different kinds of people and different kinds of characters, and I always got a lot of inspiration from just being on the subway.
Oh my
Really?
gosh, that's brilliant. Do you people watch a lot? I mean, because you're pulling characterizations out with all your roles. Do you watch people and be like, that's something for later. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I do. Some of you.
That's right. Like, wait, that was me in line when I freaked out on it. Yes. Absolutely amazing. Considering in terms of the movies, there are so many of your roles that have been truly iconic. Obviously, my cousin Vinnie, you guys are fans of him? To do so at that point in your career, what does that feel like as an accomplishment? I don't know if any of us have ever won anything in this room that was of that level of acclaim, but to stand out in such a prominent role that you won the award, what did that do for you as an actor?
Well, I mean, it gave me a career I didn't really have. I mean, I had this.
You had some
a little
things,
bit.
yes.
I mean, I was part of a theater company that's still Naked Angels.
Come on now.
It's a great thing.
You co-founded that, didn't you?
I was pretty early on.
Okay, all right.
Like maybe like the third person.
That
You know, like
counts.
I wasn't like it was like Fisher and a couple of other people from NYU that they had started it, but I had met him on the set of Flamingo Kid that I was pretty much an extra. But we became friends, and he was like, I'm starting this theater company, and like it was just so great, so lucky to have that time. There's nothing like that where it's just, I mean, there's nothing that I could do that would ever be really as pure as that time, and it was so fulfilling and felt, and we had an actual theater too. We had a space, and that really gave us a home, and it's a place you could just show up at any time, and it would always be creative, and it was really a very, very special time. So I was in the company, and also I had done the soap opera, like I was saying, and but I couldn't really break into movies, and I was just flummoxed. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. And casting directors are wonderful, and they really become your champion. And
Of course.
so I don't really remember I remember auditioning for My Cousin Vinnie, but I don't remember too much about it. That is a flaw. I don't know.
That's all right. That's all right.
But I know that Joe wound up seeing the tapes at the time they would film you in person there. And he wound up choosing me. At least that's what he thought.
I mean, of course, I was your question. I'm like, yeah, no, I chose her.
So it was just, it was a really lucky thing, and it was really my second movie.
Right.
So it was very green, and he really, held my hand through the process and really took care of me, and we're still close to this day. And he was very, very kind to me, and he's such a tough guy person, but he's really such a sweetheart.
I know. Make some noise for Joe Pesci.
He plays the guitar. He had a career as a singer, as a child actor.
Yes.
So that was one of the ways that we bonded, especially on the set. We would just sing a lot of old songs together. Yeah. So he really looked out for me, and he was he was there that night of the. I mean, it was just so surreal, really. Like, who would have thought that, the second movie that I would do would ever become something like that? It was so nuts, but...
I mean, it's beautiful.
But he was right there in the wings, right when I came off the stage. He was so kind, and he had actually just won his Oscar maybe right before that, because I remember he took it to set one day for me to, rub for good luck.
It works. That's how you do it. Someone in the audience asked earlier about the famous car speech. And I'm not going to ask you to do it. What I will ask you is to see it be this hallmark of a feminist empowerment stance, where this character is dismissed as being a woman and she can't know, and you come through and just knock it out the park. And you see people feel inspired and equalized with your performance. How does that feel as a person, as an actor, as a woman?
I really like it when little girls see this show.
Yes.
And sometimes they have that memorized.
Right?
And I like to see all that, toughness come out of their tiny little 6-year-old mouth.
I love it.
And I think it is a really good, I think she's a good role model.
She is.
I mean, that wasn't, conscious or anything,
Sure.
or that's the way Dale Launer wrote it, and he wrote an amazing script. I'd be so lucky to find something like that again. I feel so happy that I got to be part of that, and it really did use that alternate persona that
Of course,
you're
of course.
asking about.
That was absolutely brilliant. I did challenge them to see how many in this room could do it verbatim.
Did you? Come up with that?
Now there was a couple people that were like, I can. Wait, are y'all still feeling strong? Would y'all do it right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't see those hands up now. Okay, I just want to check. So in terms of movies, you've had some amazing co-stars that you got to build characters with, tell stories through. To you, who would be like some of your favorite people who challenged your artistry as an actor?
Oh wow. Who I've gotten to work
Yes,
with?
yes.
I mean, I'd say Robert Downey. That was the first one. I mean, we worked together on Chaplin.
Right.
And we worked together on Only You. And then again Spider-Man. But yeah, I think there was just like, you don't always have that, like what I have with Joe, or what I have with him. Like you just have a rhythm. It's
Right.
like a comedic rhythm that just happens. So he definitely, got me
I love that.
motivated.
Chaplin is one of those phenomenal movies about film culture and one of the true icons of film. In your diverse range of filmography, are there other characters like Chaplin that you would love to tell a story about?
Oh gosh. I can't think right now.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We'll hit it out and we'll come back to
I'm
it.
sure like most people in this room, you have to make a list and suddenly you can't think of anything.
That's what happens. That's the worst. That's the absolute worst. I think to many people in this room, there's so many that really got to know you through a lot of different roles, and Aunt May is definitely one. Can I get some love for Aunt May? We all might be super geeky. Were you a fan of comics at all before you took on that role? Not at all. You know what? And I think that actually works so very well for your portrayal of Aunt May. No, it does, because she just gets to be this authentic person. There was not this tie of who you had to capture. You just got to be the really cool aunt who was taking care of her nephew, which is fun.
Well, my brother was.
He was the one.
Yeah.
So when you got the role, did he freak out?
Well, I just asked him, what is this? I understand.
What are you doing? Just a role.
No, but he really, him and his friend David Madelon, who we all went to high school with, I was like, I need you guys to give me the history and understand, like, at least what's the essence of what she stands for, because that's what I have to try to capture, because I wasn't familiar with it, and also the mandate from the studio was a reinvention.
Of course.
But you have to know what it is to reinvent, right? So they did spend a lot of time, telling me the history and also what they really perceived as like what her, why she was part of that universe at all.
I love it. I love it. Again, phenomenal. I think I shed many man tears in No Way Home. I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna talk about why, because I'm gonna cry up here. But out of those 3 movies, did you have any particular behind-the-scenes favorite moments bringing Aunt May to life?
No, I think some of the favorite things were really just watching Tom and Zendaya grow up, and watching them fall in love, and seeing their phenomenal talent.
Yes.
Being like blown away from the get-go.
Of course.
And just seeing them step into shoes that I'm blown away. Like some people are just meant for it. And they are meant for it. They carry enormous star power, enormous power, and they manage to be real people at the same time and just multi-talent. They can do everything. They sing, they dance, they act, they do stunts, they design fashion. I mean, what are they not doing? They're incredible, incredible people.
I love it. That's absolute magic. And again,
I
it's
saw him do Shakespeare in London.
Yes,
I was there and I went to see, and there he is. He's doing the verse beautifully. Like, he can do everything.
And then he did a cartwheel and flip. He was awesome. I love that. I absolutely love that. When it comes to different genres, do you have a particular favorite genre to act in? And is there one that you are just itching to jump into that you haven't really done yet?
Well, musicals.
I mean, no, we give you that musical. We don't already chalk that up to yes.
Right?
We chalk that to a yes. If I gotta write it myself, absolutely. And anything else? I mean, do you like horror movies?
No, I don't.
No horror whatsoever.
No. I understand. I really am just, I can't. The nightmares, I would get. The Purge, I mean, I had a small part in The Purge.
Indeed, I was going to say that.
It was like kind of political.
Yes,
I kind of went with it.
Okay.
And Jones was in that one. And like, it was like, okay, it's like a statement about how people are treated, and then we're going to like uprise. But it was, but to be in a horror movie, I just think I couldn't. I have nightmares.
That's fair. That's fair. And also, I can tell you, you'd be amazing at it. So I just want to throw that out there. Whenever you're just bored, you're like, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just try it. So there are so many very talented people that, again, wear many hats when it comes to being in this business. For you, what other aspirations of the filmmaking or storytelling business are on the horizon for you? Ever sit in the director chair, maybe producer, writer? What is on the horizon?
I just want someone to write another really great movie.
Done and done.
Give it to me.
Yes.
That would be ideal.
Okay. Do we have any writers in the room? Just checking. I like that. For you, we have just a few more minutes, and I don't want to hold you up too long. For you, what are some of the best things that occur as a part of your career when it comes to interacting with fans? Have you had any crazy great moments that you were out and about just doing your thing and a fan came up and just gave you that glow of appreciation in an experience?
Oh, well, yeah, that's just so beautiful. I mean, it's really, you know, what if something's touched someone's family or you know, just meant something to them, and like that always really is very moving to me and really uplifting. And then also, of course, when people are like really in tight Spider-Man suits and you can see all their junk.
Okay, so I'm sorry if you wore that outfit today. Be very cognizant of yourself. But no, sincerely, Marisa, thank you so very much for joining us. It has been a blast to chat with you.